On today's episode, we're going to Rock City, located in Georgia, where we're going to experience some magical and somewhat creepy fairy tales, along with breathtaking, sweeping views that overlook 7 states. So won't you come along with us on this extraordinary, ordinary life? We're the Huffman family, and we believe that an ordinary life is truly extraordinary. And after living almost 17 years in the military, we decided it's time to see what this country truly has to offer. So we're making our way from South Florida, Georgia line, all the way to Washington State. We're going to stay at some really unique stays, and of course, lots and lots of food. In our last video, my mom had flown out to get our kids to fly them to Washington State so they didn't have to make the long trek by vehicle. Then William and I got back into the truck and started heading north. But we couldn't leave the southern states without visiting one of the greatest gas stations that we've come to love, Buc-ees. So this is going to be our last Buc-ees for a while, isn't it?
Yeah.
I think
this is the last one on our trip.
On our trip, yeah. So we're going to go in here and get some snacks and stuff for the rest of the way.
Yeah.
And it's super, super busy today, so I'm not going to do much filming inside. But if you want to check out one of our other road trip travels, we did a whole dinner kind of thing of stopping into Buc-ees from our trip to Louisiana.
Yeah, we'll throw that in the link in the description below.
Okay, but yeah, as you can see in there, house, so I don't really want to be filming too much in there.
Yeah.
I just had to show off this year's spring t-shirt line at Buc-ees. How cute are these? Buc-ees more, worry less, think happy, be happy. I love them. They're so cute. So for a quick little snack before lunch, we got some kolaches. I got the sausage and cheddar and jalapeno one, and you got what?
Boudin.
Boudin. And then we also got some meats and cheeses.
Take the next left onto Johnson Lake Road Southeast.
And then some stuff for dinner tonight, which we'll show you later.
Going up mountain, going up mountain, taking you all the way.
Bed and breakfast. Cute.
Take the next right onto Rock City Trail, then you will arrive at your destination.
Starbucks. Even at the very top. Gotta get your fix. Now, America doesn't have a caffeine problem. Rock City just celebrated its 90th anniversary last year. But here's a little bit of historical facts for you. It first opened to the public on May 21st, 1932. The founders of this place was Garnett Carter and Frida Carter. Their 4 cornerstones of the foundation that they believed in for Rock City has always been innovation, sustainability, art, and people. All right, just a quick update on where we are at. We are at Rock City in Georgia, technically.
Yeah.
It's like between Georgia and Tennessee. We actually crossed the state line a couple of times.
Yeah.
And so I have never been here, and I'm really excited to check all the sites out.
Yeah, I came here, I was in high school, so it's been 20 years or so since I was here. Yeah, right at 20 years.
Look at this. This is so cool. I see why they have like the little fairy gardens and stuff throughout here.
Where if you come here,
Ooh, yeah.
the area is claustrophobic.
Oh, claustrophobic. It's quite
some
cool
stuff.
though. Like cool in temperature, cause like so I can imagine when it's really hot here.
Yeah.
Like during the summer, like this is a great place to just kind of walk through because the rocks keep it so cool. One of the things that is really hard to capture on camera here is the scale of all of it. These trenches and caverns just make you feel so small, and walking throughout it, you just feel like you're in another world. We're going through the Needle's Eye. Are you ready?
Needle's eye.
Trying to get me considering I'm so claustrophobic. So we'll see how I do in here.
It's not too bad.
It's not too bad.
I don't think the backpack.
Oh my word! At least there's airflow, and I can look up at the sky.
Yeah.
So if it was enclosed up there, I probably would freak out maybe a little bit more. Oh, it's so like damp and moist through here. So there's all these like little birdhouses around here that say Rock City on them. Get a little closer. So actually throughout here to promote this location, there was these red barns all over the place. There's only a couple handful now, but they had these red barns with Rock City plastered all over them to promote this place to get people to come out and see it. So people would be like, what's that all about? So it's kind of like a tribute to that time when they had these barns all over the place.
Yeah.
Can you imagine just kind of coming through here, like just as these rocks, obviously this is a pathway, but when we first came to this country and seeing stuff like this. I mean, I'm amazed by it now, you know, without all the paths. The gateway to the gnomes and the fairies, yeah. I believe that's what this is, basically. Goblins Underpass. I don't think goblins are as friendly as gnomes, as far as we know from Lord of the Rings, right? Ooh, bugs. Rock your thirst with some Coca-Cola ahead.
Make it more American.
Oh my gosh. Ooh, that's got some give. All right, enough of that. Face this way. Oh my word. That's a long ways down. Wow! I finally just looked up though. Look at that view! Oh my goodness. Look, Ma! No hands! No hands, honey. Can you do it? There you go. We made it to the top of Lookout Mountain, and during the famous Battle of Lookout Mountain, a Union officer and a Confederate nurse both wrote in their diaries that one could see 7 states from atop of the summit. These 7 states that you can see from up here are Tennessee, Kentucky, Virginia, South Carolina, North Carolina, Georgia, and Alabama. Well, after getting in a bit of a good walk so far, it was time to eat and cool off with a refreshing drink. There are multiple places to choose from to eat up here, and we chose the 7 Café. So I got one of their drinks called the Cherry Blossom, and it has like a homemade cherry blossom syrup. So I'm really interested in that. That sounds kind of interesting. I want to give it a taste real quick. I gotta mix it up. I tried the top, but it was just mostly like club soda. So it's good. I mean, it kind of reminds me like a Shirley Temple in a way, but like alcoholic. And it does have that cherry taste to it. I don't think you'll like it because you're not a big fan of cherry. Yeah.
That's all.
Yeah. I think, I know what it reminds me of. It reminds me of like a cherry, like seltzer, like alcoholic seltzer in a way.
Yeah.
So if you're a fan of those, you'll probably really like this.
Nope.
No braino. So this is their
thing.
Yeah, chicken salad croissant.
It literally called chicken salad on a croissant. That's what it's called.
Yep. There wasn't really much of a description to it, was it? It looks like it might have like some cheese in it, some celery. Yeah. That's very, sorry, I tend to do that. I talk with my mouth full before I do it. So you can taste a lot of like sweet mustard in it, like a honey mustard. And then it has like a little bit of pickle in it. I really like that. That's a really good chicken salad sandwich. Most places where you go to, it's just like celery and mayo with a slice of tomato.
Yeah.
This actually doesn't have any tomato, does it? It's just lettuce.
I was literally about to say, to me, I'm a big tomato fan. It needs that acidity you get from a tomato.
I don't miss it because you got that brightness from the red onion in it.
Yeah.
So I don't miss it that much.
Want to go through it?
Oh, yeah? Yeah, sure, why not?
You sure?
Yeah, I made it through the last one. Surely I can make it through this one, right? Maybe? Conquering fear. I'm conquering that fear. People do it all the time, I can too. People do it all the time, I can too. All the same, Dad. And I can see light at the end, so it's not like it's pitch dark where I don't know exactly where I'm going. Yeah. See, that wasn't so bad.
Not that bad.
Rainbow Hall. Oh yeah, and then like all of the sun coming through kind of reflects against the walls. So there are many places all over the world known as Lover's Leap, but in this particular location, it gets its name from the Cherokee legend. And I apologize if I kind of mess up these names, but 2 young lovers named Sati and Nakuchi from 2 feuding tribes. Sati was captured and thrown from the mountain, and in Nakuchi's despair, she leapt over the edge to her own death.
Hall of the Mountain King. Hey, the Mountain King. Is that what he's called too? I thought that's what he was called.
King under the mountain.
Oh, King under the mountain. Oh, look, it kind of like glows. The spirals glow. So this is what it kind of would have looked like if we had stayed longer in Pandora. I was just saying it's a pipe. I wonder if it's supposed to look like a person then smoking a pipe. I love the music through here. They actually have music pumping through here.
Yeah.
That's nice.
Different elements, different areas inside the attraction, I guess is what you would call this. There's music in different areas.
Well, especially this one area because it's like the ferry.
Here, and then I remember it was back on the other side. We were coming up before the bridge.
Okay.
Frida Carter had a love for German folklore, and she imported a lot of German statues of gnomes and famous fairy tale characters to place around the trails. A lot of these fairy tale characters were then placed into Fairyland Cavern, where in the 1940s, Rock City hired Atlanta artist Jesse Sanders to create glow-in-the-dark scenes from popular fairy tales to feature in Fairyland Caverns and the Mother Goose Village.
Thank you so much for joining us. He has to kiss me so much. Like, you guys don't want to see that. I love that you love me so much.
Thank you guys
so much for joining us today. I absolutely loved Rock City. I know it's a very touristy attraction,
but
if
it's a good time.
If you've never been here before, it's a must-see.
Yeah, I mean, it's definitely, even if you don't come for anything except for Lookout Point, like go up there and hang out for a little bit. It's definitely
get a glass
worth
of wine,
it. Yeah.
sit in a rocking chair.
Yeah.
It's beautiful.
Gorgeous.
And then they also have annual passes here. So if you happen to be close to the area or you think you're going to be traveling through a lot, you can definitely get annual passes.
Yeah.
And I love you can bring your pets. I saw a sign you could even bring your pets here.
Yeah,
that's awesome. So if you're camping, you don't have to worry about leaving, like if you're camping with your pet, you don't have to leave your pet behind.
Yeah.
Yeah. I don't know about cats on a leash. So what I mean by pets, I mean dogs. I mean, maybe.
But I will say, hey, if you do bring your dog here, make sure you bring water for them, because there's not anywhere, like they don't have any like pet water stations.
And I wouldn't let them drink the water along the side of the road, because I did notice that it is kind of dyed.
Yeah.
A lot of it's dyed to make it look kind of pretty.
Yeah.
So
other than that, guys,
we are going to continue to our campsite, and our next video will be camping and cooking.
Yes.
Yeah.
We got to go see if we're going to a campsite or a cabin yet.
So it's kind of camping, even if we get a cabin.
Oh, no, it is. Like, we're still cooking outside. It's going to be a blast. I can't wait to get over there and...
So it's at KOA Mountain Lookout, right?
Lookout Mountain.
Lookout Mountain?
KOA Lookout Mountain.
Yep, so that's where we're going. So stay tuned, and if you haven't yet subscribed, here's your chance to hit that subscribe button.
Right there.
And as always, you guys remember, an ordinary life is truly extraordinary.
We will catch you guys on our next adventure.
I can't help it, you guys. I'm gonna try and show you this like little dog hanging out of his truck there. Look at his paws. Go too close, because then it's adios. That's not even funny. Don't do that.
Here's a sneak peek at our next episode.